Thank you, Hanju. Thank you, Jay. My name is David Ju. I'm COO and a co-founder of KnowRe. We are an education technology company with an adaptive learning solution for mathematics. Education stands out as the last holdout of the non-digital world, or the digital revolution. However, even education can't resist this change forever. And we're finally seeing a fundamental shift in the industry as technology is being introduced into learning. KnowRe's goal, therefore, is to utilize our technology in order to provide a personalized learning experience for each individual student. Although this picture may be from 1909, what it depicts actually isn't outdated. If you're a parent and you go into your student's classroom, the traditional model of a teacher standing in front of his or her class teaching really hasn't changed. The only thing that may have changed is the blackboard turned into a whiteboard, and maybe you're going to Google instead of a textbook to find out the quadratic equation. However, as technology is introduced into the classroom, what we can do is move away from this one-size-fits-all model to one where we can actually personalize learning for each individual student. From our experiences having a Hagwon, or a math academy here in Korea, what's been reinforced in us as we've taught over 3,500 students is that the best way to understand why a student gets a question wrong or what a student doesn't know is for you to stand over, watch that student solve the problem, and in the process say, wait, Jimmy, you're not using zero product property correctly. You should actually use it in this way. But doing that for every student and for every problem isn't feasible. So what we went ahead and did was we digitalized that process, and hence KnowRe was born. We built KnowRe on 3 product pillars. The first is assessment. We need to know at a very granular level what a student knows and doesn't know, and why a student doesn't know it. And the way that our technology works is we digitalize individual math concepts. Concepts like least common multiple, or quadratic factorization, or even the recognition that a pizza is a circle. We took these digitalized math concepts and then interlinked them with one another to create essentially a 3-dimensional matrix of math concepts. This matrix allows us to take any math question, break it down into its individual components, and ascertain the student's mastery on each of those components. We then can take that data and create a personalized learning path tailored for that individual's strengths and weaknesses. And lastly, we've added significant UX enhancements and gamification elements to our product to engage students with KnowRe and therefore with learning. But the best way for me to actually describe our product is for me to demo it for you. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So as you can see, the first thing that you'll notice is the gamification and the UX enhancements. The product looks and feels like a game. It moves like a game. And so it's engaging to the student. But one of the things that I want to stress is that the product is not a game. It is an educational tool. We just released our open beta for Algebra 1, which includes the entire Algebra 1 curriculum from Chapter 1 down to Chapter 12. And it's aligned with US Common Core state standards. But the key to the product is our technology, so let me jump into a question so I can show you how our technology works. So we have this question, x over 2 plus 2/3 equals 2. I think everyone here, except for myself, can probably do this in your head. And if you can do that, then we give you a math palette for you to do that. But the idea for KnowRe is to walk the students through the question, to help them along, and in that process, understand what does a student know and not know. So we have this walk me through button, and the first step in answering this question is, what is the least common multiple of 2 and 3? The least common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. So now we know that the student understands least common multiple. Let's say, for example, the student answers the next part of the question, which is taking that 6 and multiplying it across the equation and answers it in this way. Now, what our algorithm is doing is it's ascertaining the student's mastery on this individual concept. And the way that we're doing that is we're taking into account the amount of time the student takes to answer the question. How many tries does the student take? Does the student look at a video concept on multiplication, property, equality? And I won't subject you to watching the video, but we've actually created a video for each individual concept necessary to answer all the questions within Algebra 1. However, if the student continues to answer it in this way, what we do is we show them how they should have answered the question, what the correct answer was, but most importantly, we now know that the student got this question wrong because they didn't understand multiplication, property, equality. And from that data, we can then create that personalized review for that individual student. So the product will be offered as a direct-to-consumer product or one that can be used in the classroom. In the home, students can use our product as supplemental, test prep, or for those students that are having trouble, as remedial aid, or for those students actually doing well, as a means for them to actually move forward ahead of the class. In the classroom, teachers will have access to KnowRe's dashboard, and the dashboard will allow teachers to assign homework, will allow teachers to monitor individual students, and also monitor how the entire class is doing. Why that's important is because that data can help impact the teacher's actual lesson plans. For example, if you're a teacher and you're teaching graphing quadratic functions, and students are having trouble with y-intercept, then as part of your lesson plan, you can then go ahead and include y-intercepts for linear functions as part of your review. As I mentioned, our product is out in open beta for Algebra 1. Pre-algebra will come very soon thereafter. And we'll finish the core U.S. high school math curriculum, which includes geometry and algebra 2, by the beginning of 2014. Our goal then is to complete the entire high school math curriculum and then localize that across different regions, China, Japan, obviously Korea, and then also create a Spanish language program as well. We then want to take our technology of digitalizing individual concepts and linking them together into other STEM curriculums, STEM being science, technology, engineering, mathematics, things like biology, chemistry, or physics. Education is changing, and technology is having a really big impact on that change. However, educating our students is a precious responsibility. So we can't use technology just for technology's sake. KnowRe's goal is to use our patented technology in order to personalize education for each individual student in order to have a significant positive impact on their outcome. We're looking for strategic and distribution channel partners along with beta users. If you like what you've seen so far, go to www.knowre.com and sign up and use our product. Thank you.